It all started in 1997 with a young Silent Signs on her parents' Gateway PC, fresh out of the cow print box, mind you, playing Lego Island. The game blew my tiny little mind. The graphics, the various modes of transportation, the corny puns. This was gaming at its finest. I shared the joys of building and pepperoni with family, friends, pretty much anyone that would listen to the crazy ravings of a child. This is basically my Lego villain origin story. So fast forward to 2022. A much older Silent Sign sits down to play Lego Bricktales, and all of the memories come flooding back. That's the joy of a Lego game, and this is Lego Bricktales, aka Lego's Go Indie. What is Lego Bricktales, you may be asking? Bricktails is not like many of the more franchise-based Lego titles you may be familiar with. Think Lego Star Wars, Avengers, Harry Potter, the list goes on. Instead, Bricktails has its roots firmly planted in a brick-by-brick building mechanic that feels like a Lego building sim rather than a predetermined Lego adventure that you're merely consuming. This feeling of active participation makes all the difference. This time around, you use your building skills and imagination to solve puzzles with creative solutions, all while exploring the game's 5 diverse worlds and helping your grandfather, the inventor, restore his amusement park. Grandpa's laboratory/amusement park will also serve as your main hub, where you will return to deposit the happiness crystals you collect from the folks you help along your travels. Don't worry though, you'll have help from Grandpa's trusty robot friend, Rusty, whose real name, given to him by aliens, looks like something only Elon Musk and Grimes could come up with. In fact, is this their illegitimate robot child? I would not be surprised. Rusty seems to be the brains of the operation as well, as Grandpa clearly has a few bricks loose. Once you've built your way through a pretty brief tutorial section, the game gives you free range to explore within the confines of the current area. There's plenty of collectibles to find along your journey as well, everything from lizards to ladybugs. When you spot a glowing tool, that's your cue to start building, and you're transported to a Lego building void. Here you are given an entirely new control scheme, a set of predetermined types and quantities of Legos, and an objective, typically with some constraints to keep things interesting. This objective will usually be to build something that won't immediately crumble under your weight, like a bridge or a pathway. Are you lacking confidence in your architectural skills? No problem, that's where robots come in handy. If a robot can cross your bridge, so can you. Not all construction projects will be practical though. Some will involve building monuments, mine carts, or even home decor. There's some great variety in the types of projects and degree of difficulty, so it never gets boring. Once you've completed a particular building task successfully, you'll have the option to go back in and enter a sandbox mode. Here you can clean up your shoddy but practical craftsmanship and construct something a little more pleasing on the eyes with unlimited bricks and more color options. You may also stumble upon some currency during your expeditions, which can be used to purchase new colors of bricks and customizations for your character. These don't really have any practical purpose at all, they are strictly cosmetic, and I actually love this. You do gain new abilities for your character, but these come with progressing the story. To me, this makes the game feel more accessible to a broader audience. Not having to purchase upgrades, being able to solve puzzles multiple ways with no time limit, and using your own vision really takes a lot of the stress out of the gameplay. This is a Lego game after all. Everyone can play with Legos unless you're under 4 or over 99. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Take that one up with Lego. Bricktails does have some more conventional feeling platforming puzzles as well, but they are definitely not overly challenging. Not to be rude, but even a blockhead could solve them with a little trial and error. The most challenging puzzle in this game for me turned out to be a matter of human error and reading comprehension. Bricktails does make it very clear that your creations must stay within the confines of the dotted lines in the build mode, and yet my solution was, let's just say, a little out of the box. I fully admit that one's on me, and once you understand how this game works, you can really cruise right along. As far as the visuals, I don't think I've ever seen another Lego game that truly looks like actual Legos. The environments are entirely comprised of Lego bricks, everything from the buildings to the greenery and the characters. Every brick is rendered in gorgeous, pixel-perfect detail. It really emulates the feeling of playing with Legos as a child. The imaginative worlds our brains would bring to life, even within the limitations of the bricks we had on hand. There is tremendous variety to the environments you get to explore, and each one brings new creative challenges. One thing that did bug me a little bit was the screen shaking in a few scenes, and there did not appear to be an option to turn this off, at least not at the time of this review. Nothing that couldn't be remedied by looking away from the screen for those few moments, but having the option to turn it off would be great for those who may be sensitive. Options in general are fairly limited in this game, and there are quite a few controls to remember, particularly in the build mode, though the game does a great job of keeping reminders on screen at pretty much all times and has a reference for all controls available in the pause menu. Music in LEGO Bricktales is fairly sparse, yet definitely still effective. You will get different tracks for each of the various areas you're exploring that aren't invasive but do enhance the gameplay experience. The music is chill, therefore I am chill. It's science, really. There are some fabulous sound effects as well, such as bird calls and running water, further enhancing the chill vibes. In fact, the vibes are so immaculate that I didn't even mind the lack of voice acting. If anything, the exclusion adds to the imagination factor. When you're a kid playing with Legos, your mind fills in the voices for various characters, and this is no exception. Fire up those creative brains, because it is up to you to bring the world of LEGO Bricktales to life in your own way. LEGO Bricktales may be the new kid on the LEGO block, but it's an instant classic and a must-play for any LEGO-loving families. With authentic visuals, a fun story, plenty of room for creativity, and tons of collectibles to be discovered, it's a great game to unwind with and let your imagination run free. Plus, it's more affordable than almost any LEGO set at your local Target. For these reasons, and many more, I am awarding LEGO Bricktales the golden Genie lamp of approval.